So the subject of the shiur today, we say we're going to speak Hanukkah. Today I would like to go to a different idea of Hanukkah, the law of Hanukkah. Not the usual law that we know. I'm going to speak about different halachot that there is about Hanukkah. The minhagim of Hanukkah, that we're lighting the Hanukkah, is to publicize the miracle that happened to Am Israel, to the Jewish people, during the time that the Greek was in controlling of the world. There was the empire that controlled that time, and they controlled the world for around 180 years, about 180 years. The miracle of Hanukkah, that's not belong to the show, just to give you a knowledge. Many people think that it was a coup, the Maccabim in the hand of Yohanan, that was the father, Yohanan Kohen Gadol, started the coup and they win the war and it's finished. It's not true. The miracle of Hanukkah, you know how long does it take? You know how long did it took to get rid of those Greeks?
It's taken a long time.
How long do you think that it took? Many people think that it's happened, it was a coup, it was a war, a month or two, and it's finished.
10 years.
No, it took 3 years, Rabotai, from the day that the coup started until the last Greek left Eretz Israel. It took around 3 years. So it wasn't like many people think that it was a miracle that happened overnight. No, it was not at all like this. Completely wrong. Okay, but we say that we're going to speak about the law. Half an hour before we light the candle. What is half an hour? Just for us to understand, it's 15 minutes before sunset. 15 minutes before sunset, we're not allowed to start to eat a meal. What is considered a meal? I'm going to explain in what is a meal. And then I'm going to explain the quantity. So that means a half an hour before we light the candle, a person not allowed to have a meal. What is a meal? A meal is 56 grams of bread. 56 grams of bread. A person not allowed to make a seudah before he light the menorah. Why is that? Why is that? As I'll explain, I would say just tell us that when a person starts with his seudah, he might going to forget to light the candle, and he's going to miss the right time of lighting the candles. So from here we see that the right time to light the candle is 15 minutes before sunset. And half an hour before that, obviously, okay, that means, 15 minutes before that, we're not allowed to have any meal. Not only that, we know that Chazal tell us that we also not allowed to do any melacha. Melacha is any work. A person not allowed to start to do any work. Not to sit on a computer to start doing work. Just I want to add up because I almost forget. Is a person allowed, we say not allowed to have a meal, but a person want to have a fruit, want to have something light, that there is no meal in it, you're allowed to have. There's a difference between a meal that brachot achronot. For example, a person want to have a fruit, want to have a cup of water, cold drink, whatever the case is, a cup of tea, no problem with that. The problem is a proper meal, that he doesn't sit and start a meal and you forget to light the candle. Also, we say that a half an hour before, a person not allowed to do any melacha, that means any job a person not allowed to do before we light the candle. Here comes something that it's unusual to hear. A person not allowed to study Torah half an hour before lighting the candle. That you never heard. To not study Torah. That's the main mitzvah that we have. Ve'agita bo yomam balayla. Half an hour before lighting the candle, a person not allowed to start a shiur or to start studying Torah. Why? Because he might going to get involved again with studying and he's going to forget. What's happened if there is a regular shiur and a person usually attend that shiur? He can go. That's regular. He start before. And it's a regular. You follow? When he finished the shiur, he can light the candles. So we see from here that even Limud Torah, we postponed it when it's come to light candles. So if we see from here, when the Maran Beit Yosef tell us mitzvah hashuva me'od, that it's a very important mitzvah to light the Hanukkah candles, now we understand why. Many of us think that to light the Hanukkah and that's it. We'll see that it's not so simple. Okay. Now we're going to move to the brachot. How many brachot a person should say on the Hanukkah? On the first night, when we light the Hanukkah, we have 3 brachot. Shehyanu, להדליק נר של חנוכה, או להדליק נר של חנוכה, we'll see the difference. Okay, and שעשה ניסים. 3 brachot. Now I mentioned נר של חנוכה or נר חנוכה. What is the difference? The Sfaradim say להדליק נר חנוכה, not share. Why? Because they're going that when you mention ner shel Hanukkah, you do the gematria, okay? There is on it Shem Havaya, the name of the Almighty. I'm making it very short. It's Kabbalistic, okay? Because we follow the Ari HaKadosh. So on the first night, we said 3 brachot. On the second night, the third night, until the end, therefore, we say only 2 brachot. להדליק נר שעשה ניסים. What's happened if a person forget to say Shehyanu on the first night and he lit the candle on the first night? What does he do on the second night? Or if he forgot also on the second night? And then he remember on the 4th night or the 8th night. A person obligated to say Shehyanu on the second night or on the 8th night, whenever you remember if he forgot. That's Shehyanu. Now we're going to move on. What's happened if a woman light the candle? A person for some reason couldn't do, the husband, the male. So the wife lit the candle for him. And she said the 3 brachot on the first night. Is he obligated on the second night when he light the candle to say again Shehyanu or not? That's a question that the Mefarshim had. Sorry. You follow? So, amongst there is a mahloket, but the mahloket bin Pasken, that we have a mitzvah, mitzvat ner, mitzvat ish v'ishto. That means the mitzvah of lighting the candles, it's for the husband and the wife. Ish v'ishto. The husband and the wife. Therefore, because that's the mitzvah, if the wife light the candle on the first night, Rabotai, and she said Birkat Shehyanu, on the second night when he light the candle, or on the third night, whatever the case is, when he light again the candle, he doesn't have to say Shehyanu. Why? Now I'm going to come, sorry. Akon. No, mitzvat nir ish be'beshto, we said that. Yeah, that's what we explained, Steve. Okay. So now, sorry?
If he wasn't home when she lit the candle.
It doesn't make a difference because she motzi'ah yedei chovah. She have in mind for him. Let's say that he's driving. He's stuck on a jam. There's a traffic jam on a highway. You know, Pretoria, Joburg, whatever the case is. You know? He's stuck. It's time to light the candle.
Why can't you light
The husband phoned the... Sorry.
Why can't you light the candles when he comes home?
I didn't... Wait. He doesn't have to.
No, I say,
If
why
he
can't
wants, he can. But I say, when he light the candle on the second night,
Yeah.
does he have to say Shehyanu? No. Because the mitzvah of his wife by lighting the candle, he motzi'ah yedei chovah. Follow?
So if you're away on the first night,
It doesn't make a difference if I'm stuck on a traffic or I'm away. What the...
no, what I'm saying, if you're not there, you have to see the...
If you're going
You have to
to,
see the candle.
if you're going to practice your martial arts, okay, when you're going to practice your martial arts and you're not there, and Adele gonna light the candle, and she said the 3 brachot, finish. She done. She fulfilled the mitzvah.
So the
Follow.
next night you like them.
But you can phone him and can hear the
It
brachot
doesn't
outside
have
the
to.
phone.
היא מוציאה ידי חובה. נכון, גם זה, גם הנה עוד רעיון. She give you plenty. Okay. Who's obligated to light the candle, Rabotai? Who's obligated to light the candle? Everyone, between a husband and a wife, obligated to light the candle. And here come the question that you're all going to ask. But before you're going to ask, let me answer it. It's a time-consuming mitzvah. Mitzvah שהזמן גרמה. That means there is a time-consuming mitzvah on it. How come that a woman obligated? Because usually, mitzvah she'azman gerama, that is a time consuming, a woman not obligated. Nachon, we know that. So how come dafka adlakat nerot, she obligated? Hazal explained, because on the same miracle that happened to the male, happened to the female. The decree wasn't only on the male. The decree was, make no difference. From all to youth. Husband, wife, male, female, everyone, kids, everyone was under the same decree that the Greek put. Who's not obligated to light a candle? Hiresh, Shoteh, Vekatan. I'm going to explain. Hiresh is a deaf. Shoteh is a person that is not, lo aleinu, not full of himself. You know, as we say in English, you know, there is a not full box of chocolate. You know, it's a bit riddling. Katan, underneath the age of 13. A woman underneath the age of bat mitzvah, that's 12. From here we see that a woman gets a bit more mature than a male by 1 year. So a woman, or a female, when she reached the age of 12, she obligated to light the Chanukiah. A male in the age of 13. So we see from here that those three not obligated to light the Chanukiah. The question becomes, is a blind person obligated to light Chanukiah? Because here we didn't mention. A blind person obligated to light the Chanukiah. The question is he said the brachot or not? Are you all going to come? How can he light? If a person is blind, lo aleinu, and he's married, the wife can help him. If the wife not there, the kids can help him. If he's living by himself, a servant can help him. The maid, you know, someone can help him, a friend, whatever the case is. The question becomes, and that's the big mahloket. There is a big mahloket on it. Is a blind person, when he light the Chanukiah, is he obligated to say the brachot?
He's allowed to pray, so it's not allowed to say the brachot?
No, I'm asking you, because here he doesn't see. He doesn't see.
He can't.
Huh?
Say the brachot.
You say yes. Okay, there is a big mahloket on it. It's not so simple. Minhag Yerushalayim. Rabotai, Minhag Yerushalayim, that a blind person said the brachot. A blind person obligated to say the brachot. Most of the other opinions say that not. Other opinions say no. A blind person can't say brachot, because on what you're going to light? But Minhag Yerushalayim, and everyone according to his custom, that's what I'm saying. We're going to speak halachot and custom according to his. So from here we see that a blind person, there is a mahloket. Some people say yes, some people say no. Okay. There is another minhag, and that's a custom, that from the moment that we light the candle, for the next half an hour, not a male, not a female, not to do any melacha, not to do any work. That means that the candle have to light for at least half an hour, at least, I say, minimum. That when the candle light for half an hour, during that half an hour, it doesn't make a difference, male or female, not to do any melacha, not to do any work. Okay, let's move on.
He eats in that time.
Sorry?
He eats in that time.
But that's not a melacha.
No,
A melacha is work. To eat is not a work.
Only 15 minutes before.
For sure, you want to... No. You're not allowed to start a meal before.
But once you've lit it, you can.
Once that you've lit, you can eat. But I say melacha. There's a difference. During that half an hour that the candle is lit, enjoy your bottle of beer or enjoy your tot of whiskey. And if you don't know how to enjoy it, I'll come with you to Tony and we'll enjoy it. Cold
And
beer.
just one other thing. We say everybody is obligated to light. Does it mean you have one or two Chanukiahs? Or do you
We'll
light
get to
one?
it. We'll get to it. We'll get. I say everyone obligated.
Yeah.
When and what we'll get. Okay. All the olive oil, kosher to light the Chanukiah. All the oil. Now the question becomes, why dafka we light candles with olive oil? That's mitzvah min mufhar. That means the main thing to light the menorah with is olive oil. So there's few reasons to it, but the main reason, because the miracle that happened with lighting the menorah, what was it? Shemen zait zach, נכון? So with that, Hazal tell us the main reason that you should light the menorah if you have oil menorah that work on oil with twigs, use rather olive oil. But all the other oils is also kosher. Question become, and I'm sure that many of you know, people make a chanukah, electric chanukah that work on electricity with globes. Can you use it as a chanukah in Yotzei Yedei Chova? That means, can you say a brocha on it? That when you light a chanukah, today 1 globe, tomorrow 2 globes, and on and on. Can you say a brocha? Chanukah that work on electricity, you can't be fulfilled the mitzvah and you can't say brachot. Slicha?
It's not kosher.
It's not kosher. Yeah, it's not kosher for Pesach. No. לא יוצאים ידי חובה. No. How many? Sorry? Load shedding in South Africa. Okay, so this Hanukkah we know. How many candles minadin? That means how many candles we should light lehatchila? How many candles we should obligated to light every night? On the first night we know 1, nachon? On the second night we light 2. On the third night 3, and on and on. Lehatchila, a person can light 1 candle every night, not more. And a shamash, obviously.
But
So,
that candle can burn until it gets finished.
uh-huh.
It can burn until it gets finished. It can
Sorry,
It takes time.
I don't understand.
The candle burns until it gets finished.
Yes,
Okay.
but it have to light for half an hour. You remember, the candles that you put, half an hour. Not those little red one or blue one, the coloring
That
one.
lasts about 40 minutes.
Those little one, never 20, not even 5 minutes.
Put them in the freezer then.
If I put them in a freezer, okay, because they're melting
Put
quick.
them in the freezer. And you put
Okay.
them in the candlestick.
Is it? Okay, so the candle have to light for half an hour. Rabotai. Every night, minadin, din, you have to light 1 candle. But because we have to be mehadrin of mitzvot, we should show that we love the mitzvah, we add up a candle according to every day. That means on the second day, we add up 1 more. On the third day, we add up another 2. So it's become 3. That means that every day, according to the day, we're adding up the candles. Everyone okay with that? Any question? Baruch Hashem. Yes. Sorry? I can light? If it's the 4th night, yes. Definitely. Okay. We explained that the candle should light for a half an hour. From the moment that you lit them, they have to light for a half an hour. Emmanuel, yes?
What time should we light the candle? What time?
What time? So you come late, but for you, I'm going to repeat. Okay. 15 minutes before sunset. Okay? That we're not allowed. So practically, when is the right time to light? Sorry, that was 15 minutes that we're not doing melacha. Exactly when it's sunset, okay, when you start steam, you have a half an hour to light. Ad shtichle regel min hashuk. What it means, ad shtichle regel min hashuk? In that time, until people not walking anymore on the market. A matter of fact, in South Africa, this is the right mitzvah, because in Israel the market worked 24/7. Nachon moti? אז זה אף פעם no, but that's the right time. Okay? Let's continue. There is a minhag. Oh, sorry. All the twigs. That's I forget. For those that light the Hanukkah with oil, all the twigs that we put inside are kosher. You don't have
Or the wicks.
the wicks. You know that you put inside the oil? All of them kosher. You don't have to look for special one. Okay, the minhagim. We have a minhag that we should eat donuts, that's sufganiot, and latkes. Why dafka donuts and latkes? So Hazal explained because these two food, how do they cook them? With oil. And the main miracle that we have was with the oil. Therefore, we're eating those to semble. But it's not ending up with that. There's another minhag to eat milk product on Hanukkah. Did you know that? Why? Because Yehudit, Russell, you know Yehudit, she started the miracle. Okay, it was too Yehudit. But Yehudit, when she chopped the head of the chief of staff of the Greek, you know how she made him to put to sleep? She brought him milk. I'll explain to you what Yehudit. She brought him milk and wine. And the milk was a bit, when she brought milk, she didn't brought him only milk to drink, she brought him also cheese. So he was thirsty. And you know, the wine that they have is not the wine that we have. So she put him asleep and she chopped his head. Yehudit, did you explain to him, Tony, who she was? Did you ask who was Yehudit? Yehudit was the daughter of Yohanan Kohen Gadol. So we see from here that there is a minhag to eat milk product. There is another minhag that all of us know. It's the dreidel. Nachon? To play with dreidel with the little kids. And on a dreidel it says, Nes Gadol Haya Po. Haya Po, that's referring to Eretz Israel. If you in the Daesh it says Nes Gadol Haya Sham. Shin instead of Pei. Why do the kids have to play with dreidel? So I saw a commentary that explained that the main reason is that it's to educate the little one, even when we're playing in Hanukkah, that it's to teach them that in a time of playing, to remember the miracle that happened to us as Jews in Eretz Israel, even with a dreidel when it turned. So that's why we put it. Okay, there is another minhag. Don't know how many of you know that, but in Hanukkah we should add up extra meals. Did you know about it? No. Why? For few reasons. First of all, is the day that we say Musaf. You know, it's like Rosh Chodesh. Sorry, we're not saying, what do you call it? We're saying, no, we're saying Hallel. I'm confused, completely confused. Completely, we're saying Hallel. Okay, the same like in Rosh Chodesh. And not only that, we read from the Torah every day. I'm going to get to it now for the reading of the Torah. But Hanukkah, thank you for very much. Hanukkah is a day of happiness, a day of miracle. How do we know? We're not saying Tahanun on the 8 days of Hanukkah. Not only that, we don't say beside Tahanut, what else? We don't do any espedim on Hanukkah. You remember? No askarot. Nothing to show its sadness. Therefore, because it's a festival, we obligated to add up a meal. It's a custom. It's not obligation. Now comes something very important. One second. One more thing and I'm going to stop. In Hanukkah and Purim, those the two festivals that after the Mashiach come, they're going to continue, these two festivals. Yes, Emmanuel?
The meal is the Seudah or...
Yeah, any meal. Add up any meal. Let's say that you eat during the day. In an average day, you eat in the morning and you eat in Sapa, נכון? So now add up another one, if you can. Okay, it's a custom. I'm sure that you can. Everyone can. For food, everyone has space. Any other question? Because the next thing that I'm going to move to Kriyat Torah. Yes? You're right. I forgot that. How is it going to go? When it's come to little kids, they're not obligated to light the menorah, but it's a mitzvah to teach them. That's mean to educate them to light the menorah. According to the Ashkenaz, everyone light his own menorah, but they're not saying the brocha, the little one. The Sephardim light one menorah and everyone would say the Choma. But it's good to teach the little one, Mishor Hinuch, to light their own candle. Also, when you let the little one that he built menorah in a primary school, in a nursery school, how much they love it. They bring it home. Oh, they're waiting to light it. You're going to tell them no. The wife and the husband, mitzvat ish, neru beito. That means the husband, yeah. Yes, also.
Traditionally, I've been brought up that the woman always lights the candles.
You're talking about Hanukkah?
All Yom Tovim and Shabbat.
No. Shabbat, yes. Shabbat, yes. Shabbat, Yom Tov, yes. היא חיפתה נרו של העולם. Chazal said because she turned off the light of the world, now she has to light it. But Hanukkah, no. The husband, l'chatchila. Okay, sure. Okay, now, any more question? No. So we'll move to Kriyat Torah. In the old days of Hanukkah, we read in Parashat Naso, okay, we read about Seder HaKorbanot. That means each prince of each tribe in Kafhei Kislev, from Kafhei Kislev. By the way, another miracle that happened, that they completed to build the Mishkan on Kafhei Kislev. You know that? So then every prince brought a korban. So we read the korbanot. That's why we read during the 8 days of Hanukkah. So on every day of Hanukkah, we read the Torah. What's happened on Shabbat? Shabbat of Hanukkah, we take 2 Sifrei Torah. The first 7 Olim is in Parashat HaShavua. The Haftarah, the Maftir, going to read in Parashat HaNesi'im. Anyone understand, or there is confusion? In Parashat Naso, we read the same day of that prince brought the sacrifice. Because on Kafhei, on the 25th of Kislev, they finished to build the Mishkan, and from that day, every day, a head of the tribe, a prince of the tribe, used to bring a korban, and that's what we read in Hanukkah. Okay. What happened when it's Rosh Chodesh on Shabbat? So we take 3 Sifrei Torah, nachon? The first one we read, Parashat HaShavua. The second one we read, Parashat HaChodesh, nachon? HaChodesh hazeh lachem, Rosh Chodeshim. And then what we're reading, the last one, on the last one we're reading, again, the same day that we're supposed to read from Parashat Naso regarding the prince that brought the korban. So we see that on Shabbat, if Shabbat fall, Rosh Chodesh fall on Shabbat, we read 3, we take 3 Sifrei Torah and we read from 3 different Sifrei Torah. Okay? Any question? Now, why is it called Hanukkah? The name of Hanukkah. Do you know why is it called Hanukkah? Why is it called Purim? We know. Pesach, we know. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu Pasach, Purim, Milshon HaPur. You understand what I'm saying? Sukkot, because we explained that they built Sukkot, there is a mahloket, if it's Ananei HaKavod, according to Rabbi Akiva, it was a proper Sukkot. What was the question? Hanukkah. Let's take the word Hanukkah and we split it to 2. Hanu, the first 3 letters is Het Nun Vav, Hanu, rest. The rest of it is Kaf Hey. That means that the rest of the Kaf Hey is the 25th, that the rest from the enemy on the 25th of Kislev. That's why it's called Hanukkah.